So 3 space.
No.
Alright everyone, welcome to my 13th game of my original run of Jeopardy for the Super NES. So far, I've achieved winning $314,000. Let's win more, huh? And as I try to add on to my $314,000, let's see what categories we're dealing with. We're going to be dealing with Australia, actors and roles, animals, fruits and veggies, rock and roll, and finally, USA. Alright. Good categories. I'll start things off with actors and roles for 100.
The answer is...
Or animals for 100, I guess. To replace lost water, these desert chimps may drink 20 gallons or more at a time. What are camels? Let me have actors and roles now for 100, please.
The answer is...
The star of Matt Houston has found paradise. Who is Don Johnson? No. Let's see if Rob knows this. Oh, he does not know. Ha ha. Lee Horsley. Oh, okay. Oh well. Fruits and vegetables, 100.
The answer is...
The pickled pepper Peter might have picked for stuffing green olives. What is a pimento? Fruits and vegetables, 200.
The answer is...
Often called a cross between a plum and a peach, it's actually an unfuzzy variety of peach. What is a nectarine? Fruits and vegetables, 300.
The answer is...
The Chinese consider it good luck to receive gifts of this tiny orange-like fruit. What is a kumquat? Fruits and vegetables, 400.
The answer is...
Cultivated for its long, white, edible root, it's the pale, unpopular cousin to the carrot. What is the parsnip? Fruits and vegetables, 500.
The answer is...
Member of the cabbage family that's an essential ingredient in chicken divin. What is broccoli? Well done in the category. Animals, 200.
The answer is...
Named for a marsupial, this rodent drums on the earth with its large legs to communicate. What's the kangaroo rat? Let's take animals, 300.
The answer is...
These members of the squirrel family lived in excavated towns, which may be populated by thousands of them. What are prairie dogs? Animals, 400.
The answer is...
Most species of these fabulously colored and plumed birds live in New Guinea, not in Shangri-La. What are birds of paradise? Animals 500. Daily double. I'll bet it all. Well known as a pet, the golden variety of this man will go through pregnancy in only 16 days. What is a hamster? Actors and roles 200.
The answer is.
In this 1976 flick, Laurence Olivier drilled Dustin Hoffman for information. What is Marathon Man? Actors and roles 300.
The answer is.
This inanimate object had a starring role in The Gods Must Be Crazy. What is a Coke bottle? Actors and roles 400.
The answer is.
In 1985, he got Lost in America with Julie Haggerty. Sue. Albert Brooks. Rock and Roll 100.
The answer is.
These girls were a comic punk novelty act before they got the beat. Who are the Go-Go's? Rock and Roll Trivia 200.
The answer is.
Waylon Jennings was once a member of this group, Buddy Holly's backup group. Who are the Crickets? Rock and Roll Trivia 300.
The answer is.
She was once a Beach Boy along with her husband, Daryl Dragon. Who is Tony Tennille? Rock and Roll Trivia 400.
The answer is.
Before Sarah Smile, they met by sharing an elevator to escape a gang fight. Who are Hall & Oates? Rock and Roll Trivia 500.
The answer is.
Year in the 1950s when the Beatles were formed. What is 1959? Let's take Actors and Roles 500.
The answer is.
David Bowie seemed at home portraying an alien in this 1976 film. Sue. The Man Who Fell to Earth. Yep. Australia for 100.
The answer is.
Animals on its coat of arms are the emu and this. What is the kangaroo? Australia 200.
The answer is.
The title of this song actually means to tramp the roads with a backpack. What is Waltzing Matilda? Australia 300.
The answer is.
The black-skinned original Australians were the Aborigines. Australia 400.
The answer is.
This formation stretches along the northeast coast of Australia. What is the Great Barrier Reef? Australia 500.
The answer is.
Outside the American West, this native Australian tree is the world's tallest. What is the eucalyptus? Whew. USA 100.
The answer is.
Dunes of white gypsum rise in White Sands National Monument in this state. Rob. New Mexico. Yep.
answer is.
Fiddletown, Rough and Ready, Poverty Hill, and Chinese Camp were towns of this state's gold country. And Rob doesn't know. Let's see if Sue knows this one. She does not know. If I were to buzz in, I'd say California, but I'm going to hold still with 8,300. And I would have been right. Oh well. 300.
The answer is.
The only state that borders 4 Mexican states was Texas. $400.
The answer is.
The 2 states named for the Sioux word for friend and ally, or ally. What are the Dakotas? No. The North and South Dakota. I had to put both Dakotas. Last clue.
The answer is.
Rocky Mountain State named for a valley in Pennsylvania. What is Wyoming? So that puts me at 8,700. Sue, 1,200. Rob, minus 200, so he'll go first in Double Jeopardy.
Here are the categories.
We're going to deal with medicine, hunting, inventors, the 1970s, 4-letter words, and finally, sculpture. Alright, let's begin. With 4-letter words, 200. Oh, one of the daily doubles. Can risk up to 1,000, so that's what he's going to do. In literature, it described both a duckling and an American. It's ugly, yep, so he goes to $800. Hunting, 200.
The answer is.
Dog breed used to flush rabbits from cover, though Snoopy prefers big game. What is a beagle? Let's go back to 4-letter words for 400.
The answer is.
It frequently accompanies processions when paired with circumstance. What is pomp? 4-letter word, 600.
The answer is.
One can be dirty, elephant, or knock-knock. What's a joke? Let's go with 4-letter words for 800, please.
The answer is.
The measure of a hand, a life, or an airplane's wings. What's a span? There. 4-letter words, 1,000.
The answer is.
White Rose royal house that held the English throne from 1461 to 1485. What is York? Let me have hunting for 400, please.
The answer is.
The doll, stone, and desert bighorn are North American species of this game animal. What is the sheep? Hunting 6.
The answer is.
Snares, pitfalls, and baits are used in this very old method of hunting. What is trapping? Hunting for 800.
The answer is.
After the kill, you do this to game with a knife, not high heels and an evening gown. What is dressing? Hunting 1000.
The answer is
These aiming lines of the scope are sometimes made of spider web. What are crosshairs? $14,500. Let me take inventors for 200.
the answer is
The Book of Invention says the Rolex Oyster was the first watch that was completely this. What is waterproof? Let's take inventors for 400.
the answer is
In 1948, Peter Goldmark devised this, usually abbreviated LP. What's up? Oh, Rob locked me out. Oh, he doesn't know. Ha ha. What is the... Oh, hopefully I can buzz in. There we go. What is the long playing record? Let's take inventors for 600. Get a daily double. Bet it all. Its claimed element number 102 was first isolated at the Swedish Institute named for this inventor. It was Alfred Nobel. Yes. Inventors 800.
the answer is
As a teenager, he invented an automatic surgical stapler and later perfected an artificial heart. Rob. Dr. Robert Yarvik. Yep. He and Sue are tied right now. Inventors 1000.
the answer is
In the 18th century, this city in England produced the first steel razors. No, it's Sheffield. Thank God I didn't get in. Medicine 200.
the answer is
Feared symptom of tetanus. It's become another name for it. Oh, Sue locked me out. Lockjaw. Yep. The 1970s for 200.
the answer is
After he died January 13th, 1978, his widow Muriel was appointed to fill out his Senate term. Sue. Hubert Humphrey, yep. Sculpture 200.
the answer is
His only signed work in the Pieta is the Pieta in the Vatican. Who's Michelangelo? Sculpture 400.
the answer is
A gold statue of Prometheus towers over the ice rink of this New York landmark. What is Central Park? No, putting me down at $30,000. Yeah, Rockefeller Center is what they were looking for. Tiger. 1970s 400.
the answer is
He escaped two assassination attempts in September 1975. Gerald Ford. Oh, yeah. Medicine 400.
the answer is
Greek physician who coined chronic relapse and convalescence. Who is Ptolemy? No. Rob. Oh, that's right. Hippocrates. Medicine 600.
The answer is
Anti-malarial drug present in tonic water. What's quinine? Medicine 800.
the answer is
This Italian drew the first accurate drawings of the human anatomy in the late 1440s. Who is, I think it was Leonardo da Vinci. Let's take 1,000.
the answer is
Term for the scientific study of disease developed during the 1800s. What is... What's it called? Oh, it's right there. What is pathology? Oh, that's right. Good. Let me have sculpture for 600.
the answer is
Disarming statue unearthed by a peasant on the Greek island of Milos in 1820. What is the Venus de Milo? Sculpture 800.
the answer is
A Berlin museum is home to the famous bust of this Egyptian queen, who was Nefertiti. Medicine, or no, sculpture for 1,000, I'm sorry.
the answer is
Though it represents a woman, his 5-story Chicago structure has been called a baboon. Who is Pablo Picasso? $1970-600.
the answer is
On November 16, 1973, President Nixon signed the bill authorizing construction of this 789-mile-long project. The Alaska Pipeline, yeah, I knew it. Oh well.
the answer is
1975, NASA launched Viking 1 and 2, and in 1977 launched 2 space probes with this name. It's Voyager, oh yeah. Now the last clip.
the answer is
In 1976, President Ford awarded this piano virtuoso the Medal of Freedom, the highest U.S. civilian honor. Sue. Arthur Rubinstein, yep. So Sue has $4,000, Rob $3,400, and me a whopping $34,400. Who's the guy like me to do all this money? Category is artists. I'm gonna go 1,600. Brightly colored paintings by this British-born LA painter toured the US in the 80s. I have no idea. So I'm gonna drop down to $32,800. But it's still a win. Putting me at $346,800 in 13 games. I am guaranteed a 14th game though, so it's all good.
the final Jeopardy answer is
His name is David Hockney. David Hockney. Rob got it wrong. He drops to 1,000. Sue got it right. She goes up to $7,000. I got it wrong, so I dropped to $32,800. But again, I have a 13-game winning total of $346,800. See you all for the next video, everybody.